Hi, this is MCP's Full Court Press, brought to you by Shelby State Bank and also House of Flavors Incorporated. I'm Tony Swinehart. We're here today with Alicia Christensen, and she helps with the Lakestride. This year it's going to be done a little bit differently. Hi, Alicia. Thank you.
Hi, Tony. Thank you for having me. Very excited to give everybody an update on the race.
Oh, good. Yes. And so we'll start off by, how did you get involved in the Lakestride when you very first started?
Yep.
And how long have you been doing it?
Yes, so the Lakestride itself, this year was its 40th anniversary, or I should say is its 40th anniversary. So many of the original members are still involved with the race, so it's a lot of history and memories. I got involved about 4 or 5 years ago, and just helped organize the race and the planning, and also manage the post-race refreshment tent, so beverages and food afterwards once everybody finishes.
Right.
So, 2019, I was given the opportunity to transition to race director. So learned the ropes, and after 40 years though, the race runs so smoothly, so it was a nice transition. And now we have 2020, so
Yes.
big changes, unprecedented, so some tough decisions that we had to make.
Right. And because they have canceled several things that are ongoing throughout June even. And so this year, 40th anniversary, which is something that, like you said, kind of runs itself, and you're starting something new this year. Explain to us what you're doing and how people will maybe go about registering and that type of thing.
Yes, so the committee met and we discussed our options for this year, canceling or postponing maybe until the fall, or offering a virtual event. So obviously after 40 years, we don't really want to cancel the event, so and then postponing, there's a lot of logistics there that would be quite difficult to try to pull it off. The Lakestride, as far as I know, has only been canceled once in its 40 years, and that was due to weather one race morning, so going virtual was just an easy decision for us. And what that means is that, so essentially the race isn't canceled. You can still run any distance, 5K, 10K, half marathon. And for those who've already registered, because we've already been taking registrations and have been open, they still have then the opportunity to still run the event that they've been training for. So it's a nice opportunity still.
Yes. And I imagine that a lot of people now, will they be allowed to run the normal race route as well?
Yeah, in fact, I encourage it. If you're local, go run the route if you know it. Many will probably run at home on their treadmill, which is fine too, and that's the neat thing of the flexibility of a virtual. The time frame, it's on your own time, your own schedule, and wherever you want. So you also have, because the race date itself is June 13th, but you have from June 13th to June 30th to submit your race night.
Oh, wow. So that gives, like you said, a little bit of flexibility, which is nice.
Yes.
Especially people who train for like the half marathon side of
Yeah,
it.
they've already been training for months, so
Right.
it's hard to give that up and say, now what?
Right.
You can still keep your goals and stay motivated and get out and be active.
Well, and I think weather permitting, June 13th, sometimes in Michigan it's still a little chilly.
It might, yeah.
We don't know, or it could be very hot.
Yep.
It's kind of a toss-up some years, but it's kind of nice that it's offered to people to be able to run the route, especially locals, because one of the things that I think we've learned throughout this whole COVID-19 scenario is it's nice to have routine. It's nice to have something that you're used to doing, and all of these people that are familiar with it. So when did registration start, and when will it end?
Yes, so the committee's been hard at work switching gears and transitioning into getting it set up as a virtual. So we went live again with registration on Monday, and we've had a great response so far, so I'm pretty excited. Yep. With registration, we'll be mailing out medals as well, and a t-shirt. So you still get your medals, still get your t-shirt. We'll mail them out to you. You don't have to pick them up anywhere. And regardless of which race distance you opt for, it's one flat fee. So I know that's usually a little different if you run the 5K or the 10K or the half. There's different race registration fees involved, but just doing one flat one, and we have the opportunity then to donate to the United Way Mason County COVID Relief Fund.
Oh wow!
Yes, so a portion of everybody's registration is going to go there. So.
Oh, that's cool. Because in years past, you've done different types of things that the Lakestride goes to.
Yes.
And it always goes back into our community, our own community, which is wonderful.
It made sense this year. So.
Right. Yes. And well, explain how that works with the Lakestride and, like you said, a portion of the fees in years past and also this year, the COVID-19. How does that work?
Yeah, so after everybody's registered, then essentially we would just donate that check percentage of the fees that we did collect and give it away. Yep.
Okay. And years past, I know there's been several different things that, what are a couple of the things that you've contributed to in the past?
Well, seeing as I've been only 2 years as race director,
right.
So
the last 2 years,
maybe. Before actually, so it's kind of unique. This year, as prior years, it was affiliated with the FCA, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. So actually, everything went to support their organization. Okay. So this is the first year it was kind of separated ways, and now can name a new beneficiary.
Okay. And that's interesting. That's a good cause, and even if you could, you probably can go back to that eventually, or just keep coming up with different things.
Oh yes, yeah.
We don't know what the rest of 2020 will bring. No. It's been very interesting, to say the least. And so, what is the flat fee to register then?
$25.
So $25, yes. And that still guarantees the medal and also the T-shirt.
Yes.
Okay.
One unique thing we are going to do, which most virtual events aren't offering it, just logistically, because everybody runs their own course. But we are going to do masters, so male and female awards, and overall male and female in each event. So log your race scores, and we'll get the results and mail out a special award for those. So it kind of keeps a little competitive spirit, but understand some might actually run the half marathon course, and others might do it on their treadmill. So just
and is there
fun.
Oh, sorry. No. Sorry. And is there a way to track? I know you said everybody can submit their times up until June 30th. Is there a way for you guys to track times, or will you just, go by the grace of them being honest?
Yep, an honor system almost, but many of us use our own watches or apps, on their phone, or just log. You can track your run, GPS. So anything that you have that definitely could document it, great. You'll be able to upload that. So if you don't, just send us your time.
Right. Okay. And we're out here at the Stearns Park Beach. The normal start is, you said, just a little bit in front of Nader's?
Yeah, so, just a little bit away. Tinkham Avenue and Lakeshore Drive, right in front of Nader's. And then the finish is right in the middle of Stearns Park Drive. Okay.
So, and hopefully we'll still have some people out there cheering the runners on, in front of the houses. That was one of my favorite things as I was doing the race, to see the people, kind of give you a little bit of an extra push sometimes too, to see people. So hopefully we can see that.
And we look forward to next year, and still plan the 40th officially next year. I know we had some big things planned, so it'd be like a 2.0 version of the 40th anniversary. So.
Okay. Well, wonderful. Thank you so much, Alicia. Thank you for meeting us. And I pronounced your name. Yes. Okay. And thank you so much. For more news, go to MasonCountyPress.com.